Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Everything Wrestling Nation! Thank you so much. You're so kind for all of that boisterous applause. I am the one and only Fresh Voice One, and we have the youngest. No, we don't. Who do we have here?
You have the Underweighter, the losing weight champion of 105 Live, coming at you for round two, baby.
Round two, young custodian out on assignment, checking out the GCW out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on Friday night. He was out in Jersey. He loves it there. Checking out H2O Wrestling, a lot of deathmatch stuff. That's what he loves. Who else do we got in the building? We got Steve Casanova.
Yo, what's up? What up? What's going on? What's going down? What's shaking and baking?
Shake and bake, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Woo.
You shake it, and you bake. Oh, yeah. All right, a lot of wrestling this week. Fastlane is here in a matter of hours. The pre-show starts here at about 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I know we have people watching worldwide. People out there. We got Brian Lyles watching at the grocery store. 4 weeks out of the last 5. What a trooper. I appreciate you, brother. We got Phoenix, my daughter, out there watching out with my fiance/wife, Dan Kraft, out there watching. This is a new one for me. I've not seen this young man before. Steven Joseph Kotlowski. Hello, all. Welcome to Everything Wrestling Nation.
From Aurora, Colorado. Steven does say.
Oh, okay. All right. Aurora. Oh, wow. I've never been to Colorado. That's pretty wild. Man, we got long reaches. We're out here on Fan Chat Nation, Everything Wrestling Nation. We're on YouTube, Facebook, the SoundCloud, the iTunes. We're all over the globe, ladies and gentlemen.
And please, if you are listening out there and you love us, because who wouldn't really?
Come on.
Please like, share, subscribe, smash the buttons, do the things. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks here, we may even have a show Patreon and putting exclusive content and all that kind of cool stuff. So, yeah, please like, share, subscribe. We need to get the subscribers and the likes up there because we are the only wrestling show that interacts with the fans.
That's right. True. Steve Casanova talking. We're talking to the fans right now. We're having words with you. There's been a lot of wrestling this week leading into the Fastlane. A lot of interesting stuff going on. But we're going to start things a little differently. We're going to we're gonna start on the passings because it's March has been terrible with this everyone passing away. We're gonna start with our superstar of the week. Recognize him for the one and only. Steve Casanova said it earlier. Probably one of the greatest '80s wrestlers without a title. Still not in the Hall of Fame. King Kong Bundy is our superstar of the week. 61 years old, 6'4", large man, just a dynamic character. Being part of the Heenan family back in the day, he was a big loss. Look at him, he looks like a big measure of alopecia right there. But dynamic character. His WrestleMania match with Hulk Hogan.
He shaved his body, he said, to look more intimidating.
Yeah,
and it works. I'm terrified of him, and forever will be. He was one of the wrestling characters I had in my grandparents' house. One of the figures, and he would always win all the matches, even against the one and only Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. Surprisingly, when at home. 61 years old. It's sad to see him go. It is. I didn't watch a lot of his career, unfortunately, because I wasn't born yet. But backtracking, it was just.
It's I mean, you know, what do you want to say? Like WrestleMania headliner. You think of one of the big scary guys like Vader. You think of King Kong Bundy. You think of like all these powerhouses. Andre,
one of the giants, and to just own the game back in. He's up there with the rest of the Heenan family doing what he does best. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see him in the Hall of Fame here in years to come. Other people we've lost: the original Destroyer, Dick Bayer. Just yesterday, Wally Yamaguchi, the legend of the Val Venus choppy pee-pee. That is funny. But another sad passing in this past week. So from all of us here.
In seriousness, though, Wally Yamaguchi was instrumental in was it FMW or 01, one of the promotions in Japan, bringing them up to the forefront. We wouldn't have a lot of the wrestlers we know today, like Masato Tanaka, Yuji Nagata, who else? The Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri. A lot of those guys wouldn't have gotten the shine that they did in the late 90s. and then conversely come over to ECW to get more exposure if it weren't for Wally Yamaguchi. So
agreed. Little superstar happening. Enzo Amore still trying to keep himself relevant, mistaking King Kong Bundy for the turnbuckle eating, green tongue having George the Animal Steel. I was embarrassed for him. It's
Can I get a ho?
Exactly.
No.
Come on. Enzo, internet is a thing. You can fact check yourself, but don't be wrong. That's embarrassing. So from all of us here at Everything Wrestling Nation, Superstar of the Week, King Kong Bundy. We respect and love you. I said we respect and love you. Rest in power, my friend, King Kong Bundy.
I like that. Rest in power.
Respect. It's a power. He's a powerful man.
That's true. Wow.
It's true. Big John Stud, Bobby Heenan, King Kong Bundy. Heenan family. Moving on to Raw. Okay. Heating up. It's the go-home shows before the Fastlane here in Cleveland, Ohio tonight. Started out with Roman Reigns, still in remission. It's been a whole week since he announced it, but it's fantastic. Coming out and pleading to Rollins. He wants to get that Shield back together one last time for being the most... Yeah, easily the most impactful stable of the past 5 years. It's hard not to put the Shield together one last time before the farewell to Dean Ambrose. How do you feel about the Shield getting back together, Dub?
I like it. Well, especially because I've said in the past, like I do think this is probably the last time we will see Dean Ambrose for God knows how long. So it's kind of cool, I guess, to see the band back together. Like, he is part of the Shield. He was a pretty, main card for a hot sec.
Yeah, for a hot sec. He's a Grand Slam champion like all the rest of the Shield.
Yeah.
He's definitely earned his place in the main event picture. Dean eventually comes out, and you can see the attack happening behind me from Elias. Rollins agreed to join up with Roman. Then it's a matter of convincing Dean to join the band. Elias with the attack from behind. Dean looking hurt. He's
Just,
not.
It's why you never meet your friends anywhere, because you might get hit with a guitar.
Guitars out of nowhere. Hashtag guitars out of nowhere. It's been true. Back in my childhood,
that guitar has to come from somewhere.
Whoa, hey, settle down.
Hold
Rhonda,
on. Hey, we haven't got there yet.
Rhonda, not there. Whoa, whoa. We just got two real guys. Settle down.
The best is
but
yet to
everyone's
come.
walk away. It's weird. So we get another tag team match happening between Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, taking on the team of, once again, Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, might I add, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman. Braun! And I could care less about this match because it's happened at least a dozen times.
Yeah.
The ending is different. I appreciate that.
Braun killed Bobby Lashley's son, so that was cool.
That's always acceptable.
Yeah.
Bobby's son, for those who don't know, Leo Rush. He's the man of the hour. See, Steven out there, hashtag guitars out of nowhere. I appreciate you, Steven. You're going to fit it just fine at Everything Wrestling Nation. But the ending changing compared to what it is. The heels going over. They're not giving the look to Finn, Braun, and Kurt Angle. So it's a curious little thing going on there. We completely... it's just different compared to what they've been tracking. So I kind of like it, actually.
I was thinking, honestly, like during that Raw show, I was thinking like, hey, there's some talent here that we're kind of pushing under the rug.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly would like to see more Corbin and Lashley.
I would like, as a team, they're dynamic.
Yeah.
And we're going to see more of that later. You can see the steel steps powerbomb from the three there.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's good heel stuff. And Drew's got it. Baron's got it. Bobby's getting there.
He's getting there.
If he could build up his own mouthpiece to the point where he doesn't have to rely on Leo Rush, he'll be a more believable heel in my eyes. What else we got going on? After that, Natalya challenging Ruby Riott in a match.
If I could never see an Italian match again for the rest of my life, that'd be awesome.
It's truthful. It just hurts
when it's involved with Ruby Riott.
It's just Ruby Riott. Steven out there throwing out some comments. He said Braun killed Bobby's son. That's great. And thanks for the first time to your page. And you'll love it. Of course you'll love it. Because it's Everything Wrestling Nation. Everything Wrestling Nation talks about wrestling from all over the world.
Yeah.
NXT, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Progress. I mean, we're going worldwide and we're just excited about it. But Natalya getting the win over Ruby Riott, still getting that little walk away from Lacey Evans. I wish they would do more with her.
She shows up. And
she shows up, shows out, and walks away.
Yeah.
She is worth so much more. She's just so much more ring talent there, and I just wish they would let her have a match. I mean, come on. The match would be fantastic.
When you think about it,
wow. Wowzers.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. What you got?
when you think about it right now, she has about as much screen time per year as Brock Lesnar does. So,
ooh, that's a fair. If you don't know from previous episodes of Everything Wrestling Nation, the Underweighter here is
contractually signed by Paul Heyman.
Yes, it's to solicit the Bork Lorsnor as the top.
The beast that he is among the human animal kingdom.
Men. So Brendan Hinkelstein is really, we're all over the world. Absolutely, we're all over the world. Dan Kraft saying we're going to sell it. Awesome. Glad every promotion is getting recognized. We talk about it all. I watch it all. I exhaust myself with all the content of wrestling that is out there for you to talk about it. I mean, come on. Wrestling's just so over. Hashtag it's over. I can't argue other than that. Moving on, we got a little Triple H promo. Batista's not there. They're leading to a WrestleMania match.
I loved that promo.
Oh, it was good. Absolutely. I can't. I don't see much into it until Batista shows up. He's already said he's going to be there on Raw next week. Well, but I just.
It was a cute Instagram story.
It was, that's all we really look for nowadays is a cute Instagram. If you can make it on Instagram as a model, you're doing just fine.
Yeah. No more backstage interviews.
No.
All Instagram stories from now on.
Oh, it's so good. Yep. Young Custodian out there in the comments. He's not He's not dead. I told you last week if he's not here, don't go asking questions. But he's out there in the comments section. What up, kids? I'm older than he is, so he can suck it.
Remember, kids, you can talk about the revival and not get killed by Fresh Boys.
That's what?
Don't.
All
right, next on the list, we got Stephanie McMahon making an announcement about Becky Lynch.
The case of Becky Lynch. You settle down, young custodian. It is not FTR. Never. So things laid out by Stephanie McMahon from that little backstage promo. Becky's suspension has been lifted, which is what the WWE universe has been longing and pining for ever since Vince put that 60-day suspension on. What else? She names that there will be a Raw Women's Championship match tonight at Fastlane between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. So the two people who are from SmackDown who have been inserted into the Raw Women's Championship title picture are contesting for the Raw Women's Championship. Why are there brands anymore? Like, I don't just really. I mean, come on. It's just it's so ridiculous.
I didn't realize they were both SmackDown stars competing for the Raw title until somebody said it, and that's what I thought too. It's like, wow. We have shows for a reason.
My name is WWE, and logic is out the window.
Not to do too much of an aside here, but I don't know if you guys saw that Fox is getting a little nervous about what's going to go on in SmackDown.
As one would say, I am worried. I'm
concerned.
I have concerns, and I should like to voice them in a formal matter. They're trying to get a little edgier with their product. So trying to cut down the commentary team. They're thinking about dropping Renee Young from commentary. I don't know if that's a good move.
I don't think
danger,
that's a
Will
good
Robinson.
Wait a minute. WWE vindictively firing the husband or wife of a talent who either left or got fired themselves?
Oh, no.
They would never do that on
Why
Christmas
would they
Day
ever do
or
that?
someone's birthday.
Oh, my gosh. Steven out there saying, FTR, yeah, sadly, they're probably going to lose their belts. Don't you say that. Ooh, okay. I understand it's your first time here. I just have to tell you, Steven, I am passionate about tag team wrestling right now. Between the way it is in NXT UK, even in the WWE, they're just not putting them over. But the Revival deserves the utmost respect from any spectator in the WWE universe, just from the hard work that they put in homage to the Brainbusters and their techniques and their challenges that they've overcome to get to the Raw Tag Team Championships. I would like to appreciate you for watching this.
Just wait, Steven. hold on.
I'm okay.
It's okay.
I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get back more to the Revival later because they were the final match on Raw.
Yeah, they sure were.
There's another tag team wrestling match right after this little promo from Stephanie McMahon with Heavy Machinery, the B Team, the Ascension, and the Major Bros. I love Heavy Machinery. I mean, it's just so good. It's a gauntlet match between all the teams and Heavy Machinery out there running the gauntlet and just taking out every team, just giving them the true good look at how over they are. I don't care if they try and play Otis as just a dumb brute. I don't care. I love it. I resemble them massively, and we're just on the same level. So just go out there and you do a little caterpillar elbow drop and everything will be just fine.
It was just a Heavy Machinery match. That's how I took it. It was just like, hey, there's fighting, watch the caterpillar elbow.
Just a fantastic. It's just dynamic between that and the compactor. Oh, so many play on just the moving machinery. Get it? And Steven out there, it is the Revival. No, the Revival losing is not best for business. Save it for WrestleMania. Maybe they'll win. I don't know, but we'll find out tonight at Fastlane here in Cleveland, Ohio, Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Woo! I'm excited. It's wrestling day, guys.
It's wrestling day.
It's wrestling day. It's like we're Canadian.
Yeah. And if you think he's excited now, wait to 30 to 28 days from now.
Boy.
Well, I'm gonna be there. Small package, everybody.
Brother, Pulse Mackage out here. Custodian, do the Otis again. Do the Otis again, Steve Casanova. Do it.
Yeah, Tucky!
Come on! Yeah! Oh.
There goes the hat.
Oh, I love it for sure. Oh, you best believe it. All right, I got to calm down. Heavy Machinery won. Oh, that was good tag team wrestling.
Yeah, they won.
In the back before Dean Ambrose's match against Elias, Seth Rollins is pining to him to get the band back. He's like, I got to focus right now. It's a hard pass for me.
He went in his little cubby hole.
He was like a little
cute
it was dark. He's like, I'm edgy. Not right now. I'm Batman.
I used to have slick back hair every day.
Oh,
I still wear jeans.
But he looks great though.
He looks great.
Denim. Hair look. Thank you. My hair looks phenomenal, aka thanks to Young Custodian. Moving on, we got Elias and Dean Ambrose. A fantastic match from both men. I loved it, honestly, so much.
Yeah, it was good.
It was just fantastic wrestling from both men.
I think it was. I mean, I don't know. I did feel like it was a little like, hey, let's get this out of the way so we can do the Shield stuff.
It is what it is, but it worked well.
Yeah.
Elias with the win. Roman and Seth come out to try and convince Dean one final time to get to shield it up.
The powers collide. Powers combine.
But I'm gonna walk away. I'm going into the crowd, and then who comes down? But that heel team of Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. I mean, you could have saw it coming a mile away, but it was still fantastic. The way they played it, like, I'm conflicted. They're my brothers, but I got to do my own thing. But they're my brothers. But they're
I'm wearing
beat up.
jeans.
And he goes to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and he lays them out. Together, the Shield is unstoppable. They battle. Everyone's out of the ring except for but Roman puts in the fist. And then Seth answers the call as well, and he puts it. And Dean's pacing back and forth, and he doesn't know what to do, and he just shoots in. Yeah! The Shield is reunited for one night only tonight at Fastlane. Woo!
I can't do woo, but if I could.
It's so exciting. So they set up the match between the Shield taking on Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley tonight at Fastlane. We'll get in more to that
Yes, ma'am.
with our predictions down the way. Gosh,
ma'am.
wrestling is fantastic.
God.
How are you not excited about it? Moving on, another preemptive match setting up tonight's Women's Tag Team Championship match between Tamina and Sasha Banks. You talk for I gotta drink some water.
I don't know.
Hashtag stay hydrated.
Stay thirsty, my friends, aka water.
I have.
It was a good little match. Both gentlemen. This is a ladies' match. It's not gentlemen.
Hey man. Tamina ate some gentlemen on the way out there.
I no matter what she does, I'm not a big fan of Tamina.
I'm not.
She looks too much like her father, Jimmy Snuka, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't do it for her. Her in-ring work is kind of stiff, kind of. I'm still learning, but she's been doing this for years.
She wants to have the push that is Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And she doesn't.
She doesn't. She just doesn't. She doesn't get the look, and it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
But between Bayley and Nia both getting involved, Bayley getting squashed, Sasha eating a super kick. Since when has a super kick been an effective finisher since Heartbreak Kids just tuning up the band with the Sweet Chin music? That hasn't been like the finisher. The Sweet Chin music.
God knows Dolph Ziggler never got far enough with it.
Oh, just the brother couldn't get a push.
I know.
And Christian podcast Reeks of Awesomeness. I'm gonna be fine. I'll be fine. I'm gonna cool down a little bit. It's very hot in here. Tamina gets a win, setting up. A possibility that Sasha's the weak link of the women's tag team championship.
Ooh. Weird.
Who'd have thought, between all the things that Corey Graves is saying and just the commentary, how it just links up like that, like it was a plan?
Ooh.
Interesting. Moving on to the glory of so Tamina wins. Oh, it's so good.
Yep. They're
flashy. I do like the belts, though. The women's tag belts, I think they look dynamic, even though they kind of look like hugs and kisses, like the X's and O's.
Yeah.
Yeah, semi-unpopular opinion. The women's tag belts and the eco-friendly WWE Heavyweight Championship belt are probably the two best belts they've had in a long time.
Ever since they went to the generic WWE logo, just changing the colors due to the brands.
Yep.
I agree 100%. Steve Casanova.
I do too.
Moving on to the Raw Tag Team Championships being defended against the Revival with Ricochet and Aleister Black. Guys, I love this tag team.
Kyle, I got to say, you want to hear the truth?
Our truth is on SmackDown.
Now, hold on. I got something to say.
Oh, he's got something to say. Let him say it. Let him say it.
Now, listen. When I was a young underweighter, now I'm saying I was more underweight than I was now. I was laying in bed. I was looking up at my Revival fathead and my Revival posters. And I thought to myself, when you get older, I hope you can job as well as the Revival does.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Ladies and gentlemen, we may have to break for technical difficulties. I don't want to actually see a physical murder on screen. We haven't gotten to the Running Man level of internet broadcasting yet. Let's
all right, so Ricochet and Aleister Black were great per usual. They're a phenomenal form of human talent.
I want to remind Fresh Voice you brought him on the show today.
I did. I'm gonna stow it.
Glorious and Gable got the DQ. Revival kept the title by not winning the match.
All right, so Young Custodian with some critique already because he's not on the show. Gonna be picky, but the OG post says y'all are reviewing day 3 of the G1. It is the New Japan Cup. That is correct. That's our bad. Mike Tackett out there.
What day? It's day what?
It's not the G1. It's the New Japan Cup.
Oh man, I am sorry. I will try to change that.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. But
That's true.
Mike Tackett with a little point out there. It's in relation to last week, and we'll touch on it right now. I'm not writing this to be disrespectful at all. But are either of you slightly bothered at the least that Roman had left the WWE citing his leukemia, had returned only to go into filming for Hobbs and Shaw? Coincidentally, as soon as filming had ended, his leukemia went back into remission and he was ready to wrestle again. I find that to be one hell of a coincidence, especially considering that Mania is less than a month away. Again, no disrespect, but the timing here just seems to be convenient. Steve Casanova.
Because I'm a cynical bastard, I actually kind of did a little bit of research on that. And
I saw some reports this week as well, but go ahead.
And the way that leukemia is set up, they call it blood cancer to better explain it to the masses. But the way leukemia acts and reacts to chemotherapy is a lot different from typical cancers.
Yeah.
And so that's why you see that Roman Reigns didn't lose a whole lot of weight. He didn't lose a whole lot of hair. Correct. He was still actually able to be physical. And and matter of fact, did make a couple of appearances while he was out of the ring. So, it's not as physically taxing of a disease.
Yes.
And if you really want to do some research, which I did, he was also able to practice in college, not play, but he was also able to practice in limited amounts during the illness. So leukemia does not exactly act the exact same way that regular cancers do. Therefore, he was he didn't lose the weight. Trust me, he was still ill, and he still had to go through the horrifying disease. But to those of you cynics out there with me, well, I'll let you finish the thought. But yeah, leukemia does not act in a similar way the rest of typical cancers that we know of.
It was also reported that instead of doing the whole run of the chemo and radiation and things of that nature, all that he had to do, since they caught it so early, he just had to take a pill a day just to get it back in under remission, just to get it, and it did affect him in a physical way. He has now developed arthritis in some of his joints, which is just going to get worse throughout the years.
Right.
JD, he's already brought up the description of the G1 and the New Japan Cup. We're going to get that fixed. But I appreciate you checking us in that, because we want to put out the best product for everyone here. Great to bring that up. It's all good. It's all good. It's because Steve was talking. What else we got? Since I'm not going to disrespect you by assaulting you for your words against the revival.
I got so distracted after that. I described the match. Okay,
that's fine. They
kept the title.
I heard white rage, and that's all I had within me.
They kept the title, Kyle.
I didn't hear a word you said. That's all I know. Moving on, contract signing of sorts between Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Flair, and Stephanie McMahon out there. Whoa, JD, you stop at the words. It is never FTR. FTR is not approved here in a Fresh Voice studio.
It's on their butts, isn't it?
Stop.
It's on their butts.
Oh. Gosh, y'all are killing me. I swear. I feel like I'm just a lonely man out here with the love for the tag team division.
Well, I'm not much of a man.
When it comes, not the tag team division, the tag team, the Revival. Maybe they just. Do you all just say these things just to trigger me to get the rage out? Because this is like my weekly rage output.
Throw your hat. Throw your hat.
No. No. I've already done it once. I'm running out of hats. It's a good thing these don't come on fire, because I'd be running out and I'd be gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please donate your hats to Everything Wrestling Nation to keep Fresh Voice.
If you would like your hat thrown on the show, please message us at Everything Wrestling Nation on the Fan Chat Nation Network.
Brian Lyle.
Brian Lyles.
Anyway,
FTR.
I'm done. Becky, Charlotte, Stephanie, contract signing, but then things change and things develop. So now it's not for the Raw Women's Championship. It's just for the opportunity at WrestleMania. If Becky wins, she is inserted into the now Raw Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
But if she loses,
the main event will be just Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. They have botched the handling of this, I feel like. Between Becky has earned that title opportunity at the Royal Rumble. She had another match at Elimination Chamber. Or did she? I don't remember. It's all a blur because of how terrible they're doing it, and nothing is rememberable. Charlotte didn't even compete at the Elimination Chamber. It's just blowing my mind right now of how they're handling it, and things are getting real with Ronda Rousey coming in and destroying everyone, beating them up with Becky's crutch. And I think it's hilarious. At the very end of Raw, you can hear like one of the cameramen saying, Ronda, hold up the title! Ronda, hold up the title! Really? She just, I'm not doing it.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing it. And I did it.
I almost DM'd Matthew Gregg for that one, but I'm sure it'll be on a future Botchamania.
Botchamania. Oh, it's so good.
That's funny.
Young Custodian wants to bring back Glacier. He signed a contract to Ring of Honor. No, he didn't. That's not true. Don't quote me on that. And that's Steven wants me to throw my hat, but you wait.
You wait.
You wait. Moving on to SmackDown. I love it. The new Daniel Bryan. Oh, he's so great. And Rowan out there saying how they're just better. They're just better than the rest of the world, and how he's earned his. If you go honestly, after all the SmackDown and all the things that happened, WWE exclusive put out a video on YouTube, and it was just a fantastic talking between Daniel Bryan in comparison with Kevin Owens, between talent and work ethic, and I think it just shows how dynamic of a talker that Daniel Bryan is, that he can put himself over as at this point a super heel, honestly.
Yeah.
And just because he's so world renowned and he's a vegan and he wastes for that, I can't agree with him.
God hates vegans, apparently.
God hates vegans, and hippies are gross, according to the young custodian. Oh, but it's a fantastic talking between Rowan. Just trying to. His voice is not real to me.
It doesn't. It's like a Pixar character.
Like, the new Daniel Bryan is fantastic, but then you got the other hand with Kevin Owens coming back. Oh,
gets into it with the green mean machine that is Rowan.
He does have the recycle emblem on his entrance, though.
Yeah.
It's so they're
Swamp Thing
so good.
really pushing right
so
now.
Good. And that sets up the main event between Rowan and Kevin Owens towards the main event. It's fantastic.
So the Miz and Usos.
The Miz and Jey Uso, a little preemptive thing for their tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I'm trying to be calm right now, if you can tell. I'm not as lively. I'm just
trying to contain yourself.
Trying to be a better person.
After the revival comment. So I mentioned it before. I love Shane O'Mac. So they were talking everything about how Shane O'Mac's going to jump off stuff. Yes, he will jump off stuff.
He will jump
God
off
bless
stuff.
the Shane McMahon.
Okay, for those of you counting at home, the Underweighter loves Shane O'Mac. Not a fan of the revival.
He is the best pure striker in the game. He jumps off things, and he will kick you while you are holding a trash can.
The Planet's champion, Daniel Bryan, ladies and gentlemen.
See, here's my problem. He's the Planet's champion. If he loses, the Planet loses. However, who loses if they lose the Universal Championship? That seems more important, ladies and gentlemen.
Universal, oh my gosh. All right, hold on. I got to throw this out there because of how important it is. Commenter Timmy Warren, right now. Best wrestling shows on the air. Good job. I appreciate you, sir. Share it with the world, everything Wrestling Nation. We're trying to grow into the masses. We're trying to reach the people and the millions. And the millions. And the millions of the viewers out here. We're trying to do it all. Oh my gosh. What a study. Shane O'Mac survived Steve Blackman. Revival of Jobbers.
I was waiting for that.
That was... Damn it, that's a good point. Shane O'Mac survived the dangerous weapon that is
Steve Blackman. JD just echoing the point.
God,
So
that hurts my soul to think about that. But that was young, and now he's matured to, I hate to say it, but the best in the world.
He's the bestest of friends.
You can't hear over the audience sound bites. Steve Casanova. Lethal Weapon. Excuse me. I love those movies. The Lethal Weapon is my shit. But Steve Blackman was a lethal weapon. I loved it when he came in with the nunchucks. I would try that at home with some homemade nunchucks I have and smack myself in the face.
Yeah, I never got
That's
good
why
at
I
the
look
nunchuck.
like this. But anyway, I apologize. Jey Uso getting the win after all the constant interruption between Jimmy and Shane. Back and forth. Jey with the win. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, does that mean the Miz is the weak link in the world's greatest tag team right now, or the best in the world tag team of Shane McMahon and the Miz?
You had to ask?
Whoa! That man is from Cleveland, Ohio. He's going home. He's going home tonight at Fastlane to represent. You
need to recognize the prestige that is Shane the Money O'Mac.
Shane O'Mac. Oh my gosh, you're pushing me so hard right now, Up. Moving on. R-Truth, before the show, having a conversation with his hero growing up, even though he's 6 years older than he is, John Cena. About being inspiration for the U.S. title, just the world, really. And he's coming out to lay out another U.S. Open championship opportunities, an open challenge to anyone. And I am so excited with who answered the call first. I just have to say, it was just the one of the best in the division. Just Lacey Evans, ladies and gentlemen. God bless her. And then she walked away. And my heart was kind of broken. Like, she's finally going to get a match, and it's going to be entertaining because it's against R-Truth. And I would watch that match. Just hits him with the woman's right, and then
he was like, "I'm down, Lacey. Let's go. I'll bring it to the streets."
But then we got the real challengers coming out.
The ban on intergendered wrestling is over.
R-Truth breaks gender gaps, ladies and gentlemen. He's been beaten down by Nia Jax.
That's what she said.
He's going one-on-one with Lacey Evans.
But anyway,
we're going to get fired.
Okay.
I'm not getting paid. The real contenders of the U.S. Open Challenge, R-Truth defending against Andrade again, Rey Mysterio again, and the surprise entrance, Samoa Joe. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Just this match as a whole.
It was fire match.
Fantastic match. The time, just because they all had chemistry, and I'm just still most impressed with R-Truth because he's 47 years old and the man can still move, doing his shoulder tackles and the spins. I'm like,
Put that on my record too. Shane O'Mac, R-Truth, fuck FTR, and Brock Lesnar.
I really hope Miz and Shane lose. The Miz turns on Shane. Miz as a face is as annoying as crap. He's a much better heel. I agree 100%. I think the Miz, just the way he actually talks, plays so much better as a heel, and that's where this shift is going to happen. And it's going to set up a WrestleMania match between Shane McMahon and the Miz, because it's been stated before from Daniel Bryan, even back when it was on Talking Smack, when Miz had that gigantic breakdown, how he's not he's a safe worker, but that's why they're paying him up with Shane, so Shane can shine. I keep saying the S's and I'm going to mess up. Shane can shine so much that it's going to be fantastic for Shamiz.
They're going to go to Mania. He's going to jump off
out there
things.
saying that Rey Mysterio ring gear is on point. Brian Lyle saying, if my wife was Lacey Evans, we'd start having sex again.
I was really hoping you'd read that.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Samantha.
Get
a notice. But no, I agree. Rey Mysterio's mask game, for all the years that he's been an active contender in any sort of wrestling format, has been fire.
Absolutely fire.
But the Mohawk adds another level to it right now, and I am for it, honestly.
He's got the Edward Ides from Twilight going on. It's crazy.
It's so good. Steven, yes, that was a great match, and Joe walked away with the belt. That's right. Let's get back to the point of the U.S. Championship match. Joe finally getting his main roster first title, my gosh, and he looks fierce, cutting the promo in the back saying, I'm not doing any dance breaks for anybody. You got to earn this title shot right now. And he is a fierce competitor, and I am excited for it, and I am for it, and it is long overdue.
I agree. Too much of a good talent.
It's a wasted
time.
After all the programs that they've had him do with the Jeff Hardys and others like that, no matter what kind of game he spits, it is on point, and it hits home. With AJ, I'm your daddy now. Oh my God! It's wrestling is still real to me, Dan.
Wrestling is real. Damn it.
It's so real. Moving on, we have a little tag team action between Ricochet and Aleister Black taking on The Bar. The Bar first week challenging DIY. The next week taking on Ricochet and Aleister Black. They are getting some of the best looks from all this NXT talent.
Oh my God,
it's just phenomenal. And Ricochet and Aleister Black as a team is phenomenal.
It's, oh my God, my favorite tag team in WWE right now. Like, holy crap, they're amazing every night.
Oh, look, Samantha Lyle has just checked in. If you check the comments from earlier, Young Custodian is now Brian's father. And you should look into Lacey Evans, just so you know. But it's a fantastic. I love the little flip that they do between Aleister Black jumping on the mid-ring, doing the back flip and landing in the crossword stance, and then the superhero pose from Ricochet. I enjoy that thoroughly.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh, Samantha Lyle blowing up Brian right now. Lacey Evans wouldn't want that small dick. Oh, choppy or pee-pee.
Hey, man.
Am I right?
John Fisher has other things to say about Brian Lyle. All right?
I'm your father now. Look at me. I am your father now. But anyway, back to focus on the wrestling and not the real life of the Lyles.
Yeah.
Ricochet and Aleister Black getting the win. Fantastic match. The Bar can never do no wrong, even though it's one mixed match single competitors put together against another mixed match single competitors put together. They both are dynamic in their own separate, but Vince McMahon being Vince McMahon himself. And it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
But it'll look great. Moving on, we have Mandy Rose taking out, who was it? Naomi, the Uso wife.
Boy,
that match was quick.
you know, it took longer for you to do this intro than the match to finish.
And it was over.
It's punishment for not calling Uber. I feel like.
Yeah, you just don't drink and drive. You know, you gotta pay the toll. If we don't get no tolls, then we don't get no rolls. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Word.
Oh,
But then Asuka with the beat down. Yes, Mandy Rose, God's greatest creation. She just the fact that the gold shines. She does look good.
She looks
But
great.
Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose walking back the ramp, and who's there to greet them with some devious attacks? But Asuka. I don't want to disrespect God's greatest creation, that is Mandy Rose. Corey Graves drools over her every day of his life. Period, Carmella. But the whoa. Well, what? Anyway, I don't want to disrespect the power that is Asuka. As JD would say, that's his wife. But I don't see if Mandy Rose takes the win today, I'm going to be furious for reasons that are no need to be explained. Moving on to the main event, Kevin Owens and Rowan with the new Daniel Bryan by his side. I thought this match was pretty good, honestly. Waifu, pardon me. We're Japan.
Sorry. Cultural. You got to respect the cultures.
That's
Fresh.
true. I agree. I have a waifu, and she's glorious as well. Daniel Bryan ending up the match with a no DQ. Rowan's still getting a good look. They're a little bit slower, big giant moves from the man. His beard is large. But it's a good look.
It was good until,
And then Daniel Bryan coming in and interrupting and get the DQ. But I like it that Mustafa Ali comes out for the save, reintroducing himself to the WWE Universe after being out with injury. Oh, it's nice.
You get KO one week, you get Mustafa the next week.
I mean, they're just keeping it interesting.
Yeah.
It's like it's a special season that happens like once a year or something. It just doesn't come to mind. What season is it?
BOGO. Christmas, Hanukkah,
Duck season.
Duck season,
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
It's WrestleMania season. Come on. You know, I know. Steven has something to say. Let's read it. Think I seen where Harper made his return recently at a house show. Would be cool if he joined Rowan and Bryan. Ooh, yes. Harper actually did make a return show. Yes, he said BOGO. That's you. He's talking to you. Harper actually was at a house show last night. I want to say they were in Michigan, but don't quote me on that. But I am very excited to see Harper return. I don't know if it's going to be with the Green Squad or the Planet's Champion, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be with. I would like to see him with Bray Wyatt. They had a falling out, but I think it would be interesting to get that band back. Well, just bring the family reunion is the right word that I'm really looking for.
It's the Green family reunion.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah. The hottest shit ever said in this show's history was BOGO.
Yeah! Shane O'Mac, BOGO. I'll see y'all next weekend.
Oh my god. I'm okay. The SmackDown ending with Becky Lynch, Charlotte face off. Becky Lynch standing tall with a disarmer, even though it looks terrible according to Ronda.
I think it looks great.
It looks like she has a penis.
It looks like she has a penis.
But it's a fantastic submission, and it's still real to me. Damn it.
Whose finisher was that in Japan again?
The disarmer.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh, Yuji Nagata.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, Yuji
get that eye
Nagata
roll.
somewhere tapes fists.
You got to get that eye roll. I swear, if Becky attempted that eye roll, she would look for lack of a better term, possessed, and like a true demon has taken over, but she's a ginger, so that makes sense.
You can't stop me, car.
Oh,
You can't stop me, can you?
Oh, it's such a good accent. It's better than mine, and I'm upset about it. But
it's true.
stop. I want to touch before we get into predictions of Fastlane. We got to touch on NXT. The Dusty Rhodes Classic has begun, guys, and some dynamic teams and matchups. Let's take a moment. If you did not watch NXT this week, just do it.
Start watching wrestling.
Do it
this week.
Like, if you don't appreciate the fact that tag team wrestling is one of the greatest things ever, you need to watch this and appreciate it.
It may be the only brand worth watching in the WWE right now.
It's getting to that point because Steven's touching on it. Ronda is a joke. She sucks and she has no respect for the business. Did y'all see the Twitter video? If that was fake, cool, I guess, but still not cool at the same time. It was probably not fake. It was on her personal vlog. The disrespect shown to the wrestling community about, for lack of a better term, kayfabe. And other people see it as an argument, like they're making it real, they're making it authentic. It's more dynamic. No, it's disrespectful for all the work that these people have put in. I've seen people saying, it's just embarrassing after her past MMA career, how she left weepy, and now she's trying to come on here and acting all hard, according to Rusev. Randy Orton, soft, had only one thing to say about it: nice sweatshirt. Why? Because she was wearing an RKO sweatshirt. That's what's it's still real to him. Maybe he might leave. But NXT Dusty Classic, every match was fire. Ricochet, Aleister Black versus European Union. That surprised me because, oh my gosh, both teams are fire. European Union, they're gonna be. JD's still on BOGO.
I know. I saw
swear
that.
to God.
All right. No. Well, I thought it was funny because Ricochet and Black are getting their push. It was like, yeah, European Union's gonna lose.
Yeah, and it hurts my soul because European Union is fan-frickin-tastic, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the pair-up with Walter. Oh, my God. That's a force to be reckoned with. That'll take on British Strong Style. That'll take on Gallus. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Gallus?
Gallus.
That's a lot better.
Gallus.
They're going to run NXT UK, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch against the Forgotten Sons. Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake. Those Forgotten Sons. They don't wrestle much because they forget about them. Just think about it. It's a fantastic match. I was really looking for Lorcan and Burch to move on, but it would make too much sense. And they're doing well playing like, oh, Lorcan got a little bit hurt. So Forgotten Sons capitalize and get the win there. Boom. Yeah. Mustache Mountain Street Profits. I love Mustache Mountain. I'm excited.
It's a fire match.
JD, no, Ilya Dragunov has not debuted yet. I saw somewhere where they thought that they're going to debut him under his real name, which I couldn't tell you what it is. Ilya Dragunov's name is, but he has not.
It's very similar.
UK yet.
It's very similar to Ilya. It's
Dragunov's his real last name, I believe, but it's his first name that's different.
Yeah,
I think that's the case.
Irene Dragunov.
Come on, Eileen. All right, Mustache Mountain Street Profits. Mustache Mountain.
Mustache Mountain.
Not to disrespect the Street Profits, they're not looking to have doors just shut on them. They deserve a look, but when you're paired up, when there's so many dynamic teams in NXT at one time, that's why the likes of Heavy Machinery, I would have loved to seen Heavy Machinery in the Dusty Classic at least one time, but it didn't happen. And I can respect it because there's so much talent in the tag division and the NXTs. It's just, I love it.
Yeah. 2019 Crime Time just took a back seat to Mustache Mountain.
Guys.
The views expressed by the Underweighter do not reflect those of Everything Wrestling Nation or Fan Chat Nation.
Oh my
Pop a 40 and check your ski masks.
Oh, I'm so done. I can't see.
So DIY and Undisputed Era.
Guys, this match was totally going to be... No, I do not hate tag team wrestling. What the hell are you talking about? I don't hate tag team wrestling. You hate tag team wrestling.
And there
what
goes.
Are you talking about? You're lucky you're not here.
You custodian made the hat go away.
You don't want none.
Again.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
thought. You thought.
I had another one.
We had
DIY against the Undisputed Era. Guys, after the news, let's pause. Oh.
JD, I love Crime Time. Please don't bring that at me. No, DIY, holy crap.
Well, no, I want to touch on it before because they announced earlier, WWE did, that Tommaso Ciampa is going to have spinal fusion surgery. He had that this past Wednesday, I believe. Really? It's going to put him out for probably over a year. And he's still holding, because NXT, kayfabe, I'm going to break it a little bit. They record ahead of time and push it later. I'm going to be curious to see how they play him out of NXT with him still being the NXT champion this close to WrestleMania. I mean, something's afoot, and I am worried.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't hear about that though. That's really
it is. It's sad and terrifying. I believe the injury. He's been living with it with a little bit, but the match between the Bar a couple weeks ago nagged something up to the point where it was just bad news bears. So our thoughts and concerns go to Tommaso Ciampa with his recovery time. There's some smack talking happening in the comment section. Bogo, this ass whooping.
I thought that was really funny.
There went the hat. It happened. I had to save it. Just did a no ring in a really. Crime Time did a no ring match a few weeks ago. That's wild. I did not know this. Steven Love, Brooklyn. All right. I love this good stuff. So glad I tuned in. Yes, so sad Ciampa for a while. His run was great. Heel DIY is awesomeness. I agree. I know it is 6 o'clock, and I'm sure the pre-show is starting, but stick with us. We're almost there. We're going to get through predictions. DIY getting the win over Undisputed Era. I'm surprised what's going to happen with Undisputed Era. They had no titles, no contention right now. And it's curious, and I don't know what's going to happen. But Fastlane predictions, let's get into it. We're going to start with the pre-show. There's 2 matches confirmed for the pre-show, I do believe. New Day, Xavier Woods, and Big E. Case in point, Kofi. It's fantastic stuff. He's running with it, and they stole his opportunity. He's going to get it back.
He's going to get a shot at Mania.
He's going to Mania is coming. And it's going to be glorious, for lack of a better term. It's going to be so good. Other pre-show match we have Rey Mysterio and Andrade taking. Other than just matches and one-upsmanships over the past times. Who do I think they should have win? Andrade. He needs the solid win. Who do I think they will have win? Rey Mysterio. So it's a toss-up, and I'm okay with it. I just need them to change it a little bit and develop it.
I'm putting money on Andrade, honestly. Yeah. I would I'm saying Andrade, and then build something up for Mania. That's my thought.
Every time you put up a slide, the audio goes. Duly noted.
Sorry,
from Young Custodian.
There's been some fire jokes during the slides.
Oh man.
Anyway,
we'll forego. We'll just keep it fascinating. You know all the people. We've talked about them all show. You know what's going on. If you haven't been paying attention, this is Everything Wrestling Nation. I can't hear you guys with the full graphic on. This is all the graphic we need. Pause and go live and come back, and it comes back.
I think I got it now.
I think we got it handled. There's so many comments because they're concerned. I am worried. They're concerned. They want to hear what we have to say about wrestling. The freshest voice of all. Fresh voice? What? That's me. All right. Moving on to the main card.
All right, let's try it, everybody. Ready, go.
All right. sample, graphic, go. So now we have the tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships between Aleister Black, The Revival, Chad Gable. Let's pull the graphic and see what they say. It's like a 20-minute lag, but we'll get back into it.
That's fine.
I am excited for this tag team match right here.
Yeah, what a good match.
What a fantastic match. We've said so much in the graphic. In case you saw the graphic, I hope you heard us. But if you didn't, The Revival, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode and Aleister Black and Ricochet in a tag team match. Yes, we can hear you now. God bless. We good now. Gucci gang.
Sweet.
I love this match for reasons that are obvious because it's tag team wrestling and all of the dynamic between Chad Gable and Bobby Roode has been incredible, especially for where they lost the belts. They were just flowing so smoothly between each other. It was fantastic. Ricochet and Aleister Black the past weeks. Fantastic. The Revival. Period. Fantastic. Oh God, he's gonna do a thing. I'm gonna go center camera then. I'm excited for the tag team wrestling. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you, Steven, don't you say that. The Revival's going to win. I'm calling it. I don't care what anybody says. The Revival's going to win. Dub, what do you got?
I really want Ricochet and Black to win. I don't think they are. I think it's going to go to Glorious Gable.
What? Why?
That's my opinion.
Steve Casanova, you didn't chime in at all. You want to touch base on anything we've talked about thus far?
All I want to say about the tag team is the Revival either better repeat or retain, and if not, I mean, I would like to see it go to Glorious Gable. I don't think that Ricochet and Black are ready yet because I'm not a fan of immediate hot-shottingness to people. So yeah, the Revival should retain, but if not, I guess Glorious Gable, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, they don't have enough. I mean, yeah, they're hot right now, but like it would just be too much.
I'm hot because y'all are disrespecting the boys. Anyway, Revival's going to win, period. Write it up, WWE. Moving on, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship. Sasha Banks and Bayley, the Hug and Boss Connection. Or is it Boss and Hug Connection? It doesn't matter. Taking on the Samoans. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's a female version of the Wild Samoans. Nia Jax and Tamina. That's an interesting side-by-side.
That's lit.
Yeah. Janet Jackson and then Nia Jax. Crazy.
Oh, my God. Everything. Yeah, I didn't even think about saying this right now, and I apologize for it. If you guys have predictions of how tonight's going to go, shout it out in the comments section on Everything Wrestling Nation on the stream. Do it now. Young Custodian thinks Glorious Gable's going to win. Why? Because he's soft.
Soft body.
And we're not talking about no Spartan Biscuit soft body. We're talking about a custodial pushing there on the can, doing the deed. He's good at what he do. I assure you of that. But he's soft. Anyway, women's bathroom break during this match from the Young Custodian. Boo. Oh, that's harsh. Disrespecting the women's tag. What you got, Dub?
No, yeah, that's women's division is great right now. It's sweet. It's awesome. That'll be a 10-minute squash match.
So you're saying that Nia and Tamina are going to get the win?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Ricochet and Aleister Black will walk away with gold, said Steven. That'll be interesting. That's what you want, but I don't think it'll happen.
Steven also says Nia and Tamina.
Okay, so that's fair. I think the Boston Hug. I think WrestleMania's got to look really good for the original women's Four Horsemen. Yeah. So they gotta have the potential and the opportunity to shine at WrestleMania, and I think that it'll be a matter of redemption for Bayley and Sasha Banks. So I unfortunately have Nia Jax and Tamina getting the W at Fastlane.
Yeah. Fastlane. The Hug Bossa Nova getting the belts at Fastlane.
Oh my gosh. Young Custodian saying he's harder than all of us boots combined.
I thought he said boobs.
He may have
implants. They happen. Moving on, we're going to touch on the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka and Mandy Rose for the Women's Tag Team Championship, guys. Woo! I'm excited for this. The
What do
women's
you-
division is fire, but this match is lame. It's going to Bailey and Predator, says Young Custodian. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. We're going with Asuka and Mandy Rose. I said it earlier. I love the God's greatest creation of Mandy Rose, but don't disrespect JD's waifu, Asuka. She's got to retain. After being undefeated so long, they botched it. But Asuka's got to come away with the win.
I don't know. I said last time I was on the show, I'm over Asuka.
What?
And so I could see this going either way, to be honest with you. I could see now, like, story WWE, I could see Asuka taking it, but
Okay.
I'm over.
Okay. Steve?
I love Mandy Rose, though. Mandy Rose is great. Asuka's super nice cheesecake, but
cheesecake?
I don't know.
She's Japanese. Steve Casanova, what you got?
I don't think it's Mandy Rose's time right now. It's still Asuka time plus probably semi-unpopular opinion, but I think Asuka's hotter.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I would
I'm
agree
putting
with
it out there. But
That's
yeah.
fair.
So not Mandy Rose's time, not right now. I think the champ retains. Plus, they may set something interesting up with the man versus the goddess on in WrestleMania. So that would be a good champ versus champ battle, I think.
You never
That'd
know.
be cool.
Steven out there saying he's over Asuka as well. So that's fine. It's because after Royal Rumble, they did absolutely nothing with her.
Yeah,
She
I
wasn't
agree.
even mentioned until after Elimination Chamber, I feel like. So it is what it is, and that's
Yeah.
the way the cookie crumbles.
No offense, JD.
No offense. What else do we have going on? We have the men's Raw Wrong Tag Team SmackDown Championship match. Words: the Usos taking on the McMiz, world's greatest tag team, right there. It's just storyline point. Everyone's aware of what's going to happen. They have an inkling or an idea. The Usos are going to retain. Miz is going to turn on Shane McMahon, leading to a match at WrestleMania. These are the breaks.
Break it up. The
Bring it
Miz
up.
gets taken down.
Yeah. Brian Lyle agrees that Asuka is hotter, confirmed. Even though he was all about Lacey Evans earlier until his wife called him out on a small penis. Young
Hey,
Custodian saying the Usos are going to win. Steven's out there. What are you going to say? Anyone, throw out your comments. How you feel? We'll talk about it here on the show, Everything Wrestling Nation. Steve Casanova, how do you feel about the tag team match?
This is the real bathroom break for me. I really could care less. Yeah, I'm sorry about disrespecting Shane O'Mac, but and I love the Miz, represent hometown Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, but I mean, they only gave the Usos the belt because the Usos hinted that they may or may not want a better contract to stay. So I'm really not interested. I mean, I could care less if the Usos walk or whatever. To be honest, they're more of a liability at this point with drinking than the driving and the getting excuses and whatnot.
Young
So
Custodian agrees. He
you know.
always sides with the alcoholics. He said it himself.
That's true.
So that's fair.
They retain, and yes, like you said, it sets up for WrestleMania. So just like the great Ariana Grande says, thank you next.
Pop culture. I'm proud of you on that one, Steve
Hey,
Casanova.
there you go.
My fiance will appreciate that as well. Watching the kickoff show, and Mandy's probably already on there. Oh, man, apparently.
Shout out,
But
Steven.
Oh, man, that hurts my soul. Moving on, we're going to touch on the WWE Championship match between Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens. Guys, when you want to watch real wrestling between two of the best competitors in the world, guys, this is what wrestling is all about. I can't make a pick on this one, honestly. Because the super heel that is Daniel Bryan is just so dynamic, leading to the possibility of Canada from Young Custodian, probably a hello nurse moment. And just who Kevin Owens is as a competitor, I can't make a pick. If I were to guess, I'm going to say Daniel Bryan's going to retain Underweighter.
Daniel Bryan's going to retain. There's going to be a triple threat at Mania.
With assumedly Kofi Kingston,
Oki KO, and Daniel Bryan.
All right, Steve Casanova, chime in.
I have just rage that Kevin Owens is a face at this point. I don't know what is going on, and I am a huge Kevin Owens fan, always have been. If you were to tell Vince McMahon that 10 years ago Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens would be main eventing for the WWE Championship at any pay-per-view,
No. What would he say?
what are you smoking, pal? And yet, two of the greatest, like you said, wrestlers of our generation are squaring off for it. This has got to set up for Daniel Bryan and Kofi one-on-one. I don't think it's going to be a triple threat one-on-one at WrestleMania. So I'm giving the Duke to the Echo Warrior, Captain Planet.
Well, we got a little side thing from my fiance here, putting it out there. I need a DQ on this one. No one can lose this. Yeah, face KO makes no sense at all. I like the aspect of a possible DQ. My question from that would be, does the DQ happen from Rowan, or does the DQ happen from Kofi Kingston? Okay.
Or
Now we're getting somewhere.
Wait a minute. I'm going to throw another curveball out there.
Do the thing.
What if we hear some vaguely upbeat ska music coming from the Titantron?
Are you hinting at what's his name? He's saving the world. El Generico?
Nope.
Oh, he's still South Africa saving.
He died saving those orphans. Show some respect.
Him. But my next inclination would be Sami Zayn that you're hinting at.
Correct.
Right there.
Correct.
So, yep. See, Sami Zayn coming in with a DQ. Could that be why Kofi ain't in the match and with Big E and Woods? Maybe. We don't know, but we'll find out here soon on Fastlane. Touching on the final match on the card, I believe, because they gotta book it. It is my best guess. The Shield, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins taking on Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Accompanied by his son, Leo, assumedly.
More than likely.
This is the last match of the night?
It's my guess. Yeah. If I were to assume, it's going to be the biggest. If what I think is going to happen, it'll be a swerve. I think the heel team's going to win. Baron, I do. Whether it's of their own just abilities, just besting all three of the other men, it's a possibility. Or I'm thinking Dean's going to swerve and take out either Roman or Seth to the point where the Shield loses. And since Seth already has a match at Mania, setting up a farewell match for Dean Ambrose against the returning Roman Reigns.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's entertainment at its best. Brought to you by WWE, hinted at by Everything Wrestling Nation trademark.
Vince does what's best for box office.
It's what's best for business.
Yeah.
And business is getting serious, getting so much closer to that Fox deal taking effect here in October. Steve Casanova, you want to chime in?
The reason why I reacted so is because I don't know if this is the main event. I mean, I hope it's not. It probably will be, but it's just, meh. You know, we all know what's happening. Maybe this is a final push to try to say, please stay, Dean, please stay. None of the heels interest me. So it is what it is. Maybe if this is Dean Ambrose swerving, then okay, fine. Set up for a big blow off for WrestleMania. But other than that, I'm just like, maybe I'll go to bed early. I don't know.
Oh, tough blow.
Yeah.
Underweighter, how do you feel?
Sorry.
No, I agree. Actually, that's because I was thinking earlier today that making Shield goes down gets a Shield match at Mania, but I don't know if Drew or not Drew. God, what's his name?
Roman or Dean?
Dean. If this is it, I could be win tonight and then he's done.
Win tonight, have a match. Is this his last match in WWE?
Can we take a look at his pick once more time to see maybe if we can get a hint from it? Take a look at this.
What are you trying to see there?
Take a, I don't. What is he trying to see there? Is the question.
He is so focused.
He's got that half cocked, crazy eye.
He's got like a Forrest Whitaker looking eye right
Correct.
there.
He's like, what's that in the distance? Is that a future?
New Jack versus Roman confirmed by Young Custodian. But we'll see. I don't know. I think the Shield's going to lose in some fashion or another. Before we sign off from Everything Wrestling Nation, we got to touch base on the New Japan Cup. golly, I'm excited. 3 days have happened thus far. A few swerves have gone down. One surprise that happened, I want to say it was 2 days ago. Will Ospreay defeating Bad Luck Fale, the Neverweight Championship. I thought the switch was going to happen where Bad Luck might get a championship match later, but Will Ospreay getting the win. The aerial assassin.
He's my favorite. He won't tweet me back.
It's because he's chaos, isn't it? It's because he's your favorite.
Well, no. He's a god. He's chaos, but he's also a god because I'm Team Chaos. All right.
It's not G1. It's not G1.
It's not G1.
We'll fix it.
I fixed it.
He fixed it. Look. It says New Japan Cup.
Let me run that back for a minute.
Thanks.
Bring it back now.
Thanks, interwebs.
Technology. Another swerve. Well, not a swerve, but a shock. I can't believe they set this match up for the first round match. But Kota Ibushi and Tetsuya Naito in a first round. Oh my God, that's main event if I've ever heard it ever. Kota Ibushi getting the win, back and forth, defeating and pinning the Intercontinental Champion. Oh my God. Young custodians say chaos is soft. That's a direction at you.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Anyway,
but
whoa,
Kota Ibushi getting the win. That's a possible title shot in the future for Kota Ibushi for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, it'll depend if he did not see Kota winning. Tetsuya Naito and LIJ is the most over thing right now in Japan. Depending on the merch and how you look at it, they're fantastic. I'm awaiting the return of Hiromu Takahashi after that neck injury. I'm so excited because they've announced the junior heavyweight championship match for G1 Super Card of Honor. It's I forgot his name.
Whoa.
The Bone Soldier.
Ishimori.
Taiji fucking Ishimori.
Right.
Defending his title belt against Dragon Lee, the man who injured Hiromu Takahashi, but then later announced on the interwebs that Bandito from Ring of Honor has inserted himself into that singles competition for the belt. Guys, this is high-flying junior heavyweight championship match written all over it, just from the contenders. Thank you, Young Custodian, for throwing it out there as well. Taiji Ishimori.
There goes his neck.
There's it. That's his name. But I see this playing out in this fashion. Either Dragon Lee or Taiji gets the win. Okay. Hiromu Takahashi makes his entrance at the G1 Supercard. Okay. Heading into the Best of Super Juniors competition, which I believe happens in May and through April. So it's time. I miss him. Daryl Takahashi has not seen his father in so long. He is concerned. Bring back Daryl. I'm ready.
God loves Daryl.
God loves Daryl. It's been a fantastic show. I've been enjoying myself. What's going on? Is that a baby?
I was trying to find something crying because how much we miss Daryl.
I miss him so much.
From the start of the clip over here, I thought it was a cat meowing. I was like, Daryl. But then
Similar.
Daryl.
Did you know that cats meow similar to a baby's cry to get our attention?
Yes,
Isn't
I
that
did know that.
psychopathic?
Yep.
Another reason why
Oh my
not.
God! No, he's doing that out of respect for Hiromu Takahashi, and Steven turns into FTR. Son of a bitch! Oh, everything Wrestling Nation been a fantastic week. We got to cap off with that because I got to go watch the pre-show.
#3 hat show.
He's out of hats now.
The hat trick show.
You want to throw this one?
No, it's yours. That's disrespectful. If it was Young Custodians, I would have chucked it first. It's been a fantastic show. Thank you, Underweighter, for coming in. I appreciate you and I love you. Steve Casanova on the board. We will see you next week at Everything Wrestling Nation. Enjoy Fastlane. Young Custodian's back next week.
Chop
The piece. No, I'm not going to chop him. You can chop me. Go ahead. Everything Wrestling Nation. Let's have it. Oh! That was good.